It may come as a surprise to you that only 63% of small businesses use search engine optimization despite its enriching benefits which it can have to grow your business, according to Yahoo Financial News. Furthermore, Visual Objects, a B2B guide for choosing the best creative services, found that nearly half, 47%, of small businesses don't have a formidable search engine optimization operation as a part of their business. Matt Gerchow is a leader in the SEO and content development space. He's the creator and founder of SteadyContent, which has been rebranded to AgencyHub. The app currently has over 200 agencies under its belt. Matt's bread and butter has been to help to grow businesses, particularly in the small and medium-sized space, through SEO-optimized content. His experience has led him to create a consistent way of developing and generating high-quality and optimized content in the digital marketing space through an 18-stage quality control checklist, which ensures premium content and boosts your market visibility and viability as a small and medium-sized business owner and operation. And Matt joined me this week to tell me more. I'm Kevin McShann. Let's have this conversation. Take a moment to welcome you to the program, my friend, and I'm super excited to chat with you today about the work that you do surrounding content marketing. Great to see you this morning, and thanks so very much for being here.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. Now, Matt, I know that your work focuses around content marketing and search engine optimization. So tell me, in your view, how has search engine optimization changed over the years to really affect the way that businesses work?
The internet was kind of built on SEO and search engine optimization. That's what everybody was trying to do in the beginning, was get themselves to the top of Google. Let me bring that mic in a little bit closer here. Everybody was trying to get themselves to the top of Google. And then, over the years, instead of just little websites selling how to lose weight, the big corporations have come in and they all want those positions as well, because in addition to paying for advertising, it's always nice to get free traffic. So by increasing their SEO with various articles, videos, anything that we see on the internet, anything that you can view with your eyes is basically content. That could be a video, that could be a PDF, that could be an ad, that could be, an article of some sort, and anything that you see now, like we're seeing the shorts, etc. That's all content.
Yeah, indeed. Matt, I'm curious to ask you about how you think a business can maximize their ability to create content to reach the most amount of people in today's business climate?
Yeah, well, today's business climate, I mean, you've got the GPT for sure, where you got the chat GPT. You can create a lot of content there. You can hire companies like ourselves that can take a more granular look at it and create content specific to your company that incorporates your voice and tone and targets your audience. You can make videos. Increasing your reach on YouTube is always a good way to go. There's lots of things that you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that you're the founder and creator of SteadyContent with over 200 agencies under your belt. So congratulations on that. And tell
Thank
me
you.
how it works and why it's a passion project for you.
Yeah, so actually SteadyContent is now one of the companies that's inside of AgencyHub along with Better Backlinks and a few other companies. And the way that it works on content is we actually took a pivot from that back in 2019 as the AI writers started coming into play. And we made that just one of the many offerings that we have at AgencyHub. And what we do now is we teach young agency owners how to create an agency website, have an agency store, and then they can sell content, backlinks, SEO, PPC, social media, and all of the things that a full agency would need in order to exist and thrive on the internet.
Absolutely. And, Matt, I'm also curious to ask you how, how content marketing and creating content can really spill over to other aspects of our lives, because business and personal lives are connected. So I'm curious to ask you how you think creating content can also contribute to our overall quality of life as people as well.
Yeah, well, I think creating content is like exercise. It's like breathing. It's like having a routine. The more that you are able to kind of be consistent in life. Okay. So like you put out one blog post a week, you put out one video per week. We do yoga every morning, my wife and I. We have a routine for our life. Now, you don't want your life to be completely routine because I think you need to have that bit of daring adventure in there. But by having content on a regular basis, I think that it spills over into just having more consistency in your business.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Matt, I'm also curious to ask you how we can use content to make businesses and our online presence more visible to more people.
Well, sure. Just, having volume of content is great, but then now you're going to want to have more uniqueness in your content. So what is it about your business that brings you into the forefront? Are you doing something that nobody else is doing? And if you are, feature that. Do you have a perspective on life or on your industry that is different than anybody else? Feature that.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Matt, I know that you have a passion for working with small and medium-sized businesses and helping them grow. So tell me about working with really the backbone of our economy today, the small and medium-sized market, and the satisfaction you get from seeing them grow and reach their fullest potential.
Right. So, I mean, that's kind of the passion of the project here, is that we are able to help small businesses. We're able to help people that are just getting started. We have a couple of agencies that we're working with where the guys are fresh out of high school, fresh out of college, and they'd got degrees in various engineering areas, and they chose to do agency instead because they want to have that digital nomad lifestyle. They want to be able to travel the world while they build their agency. And there's just very few businesses out there that will give people that total freedom so they can just travel nonstop, and still grow a thriving business. So it used to be when I was in my 20s, if somebody was in Costa Rica surfing, well, they were kind of considered an outcast. They may be having the most fun, but they weren't growing something for their future at the same time. Well, now with the digital agency world, you can actually kind of have your cake and eat it too. You can be growing a thriving business while you're in Bali, while you're in Malaysia, while you're in different areas of the world.
Yeah, and just building on that point, when you establish sort of a system of developing content or automating content, how much easier does that make your overall quality of life as a business owner? Because it allows you to multitask and do other things as a business owner if you have those systems automated, doesn't it?
Sure, absolutely. So that's why I got into the content game. Was I just couldn't find a company that could write content for me when I was doing affiliate marketing at a high level. The content that I would get back, I mostly had to throw away, and sometimes you could improve it. But I was really just trying to keep myself from having to write 30 pieces of content a week. And so I just said, well, let's get our own writers, let's set up our own standards. And then we were able to set it up so that we are able to write this amount of content and publish it on a weekly basis. And then we had people coming to us asking if we could do the same thing for them, which we went ahead and did.
Absolutely. And, Matt, I'm going to share just a little bit
Please.
about myself. Yeah, so everybody that listens or watches my podcast knows, Matt, that I was born with what's called spastic quadriplegia cerebral palsy. It simply means that I don't have enough oxygen in my legs to walk normally. But, Matt, I live my life through the saying that inclusion is the gateway to independence. And outside of hosting this podcast, my friend, I help businesses sort of elevate their infusion of folks with disabilities within their workforce. And I think the content marketing space is a great way for folks with disabilities to be included in societal life. So would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would absolutely. I think that's a great way for people with disabilities to be included in the internet marketing space.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me, how do you think content marketing can help businesses sort of diversify their business? And how do you define business diversification yourself? I'm fascinated.
Yeah, so we have currently around 700 writers. I know that we have several writers with disabilities of different nature because it kind of lends itself to that. Diversification to us, we hire writers from around the world. As long as the English is good, as long as they are able to follow instructions. We have people in Kenya that write for us. We have people in the Philippines. We have people in the United States predominantly, where we have, been able, we really have no stipulation on hiring other than they write good content.
Yeah, because then you can have diversity of perspective in the content that you write, right? If you have an open mind. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that. Generally, though, when people are writing for our customers, they need to write in the customer's tone of voice.
So it's important to really get to know the people that you're working for and building relationships. So how do you do that effectively in the content marketing space, in your opinion?
How do we build relationships with clients or with the writers?
We can take it both ways.
Yeah. So, well, with the clients usually know what they're looking for when they come to us. And then with the writers, we have a Slack type group where we have access, all the writers have access to us on a regular basis. So we tend to build that community there and maintain the relationships through humorous memes, through promoting different contests, different ways of showing acknowledgement to the writers.
Yeah, absolutely. It all goes back to using your diversity as a strength, for sure. And, Matt, I'm also curious to ask you about common misconceptions about content writing or the importance of the new normal in SEO. We talked about it earlier, but I'm wondering at a more broader scale, what are some of the things that you see out in the field that people make mistakes on, or that you want to clear up when it comes to common misconceptions about the work that you do?
I think one of the most common misconceptions is that people always assume that they're going to be able to do consistent content themselves. You'll find people that say, okay, I'm going to write the blog. They've got a business and they're like, I'm going to write the blog. Then 3 months later, they might write 2 blog posts over that week that they talked with me, et cetera. And then we'll look at the blog together 3 months later when they come back and they've only done those 2 blog posts. So I think that is one of the biggest misconceptions, is that in addition to running your business, whatever it is you do, that you're going to actually have time to do the blogging yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. It's important to prioritize your time as a business owner, isn't it?
Absolutely. You need to have a method of operations for the day. And I think a lot of people that want to be business owners, I don't think they're really in touch with just how much time it takes to do things. Myself and some of my team, we're 7-day-a-week people. But if you enjoy what you do, then it's not so bad.
It's all about finding your passion in life, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
And finding something that you really want to see out there in the world. So like with our AgencyHub business, we really want to see young entrepreneurs succeed and give them everything that they need in order to succeed as an agency owner. There's a lot of people that are just, selling coaching or selling courses, and they're taking money out of these people's pockets, and they're not really putting much in the way of a real business on the table.
It's all about solving problems as a business owner and listening to the market, isn't it?
Absolutely. The bigger problem you solve, the more money you're going to make.
Absolutely. And, Matt, in the final couple of minutes I have with you this morning, I'm curious to ask you about not being stagnant as a content creator, because, today's attention spans, if you don't grab people's attention, I think in 7 or so seconds, they move on. So tell me about the importance of grabbing attention as a content creator and not becoming stagnant, and how important that is.
Well, you've seen like the YouTube shorts, and you've seen how quick the Instagram videos are, and all the various forms of media are getting shorter and shorter. One of the things that we do with the long form content is we try to focus on the people also ask section of Google, because you're answering an exact question that somebody else has. Right. So that's the section at the top of Google there that says people also ask, and then they'll list like 5 questions in there. You click on one, it has an answer. The more you can focus on those when you're writing your content, the more you're going to be able to get that position 1 and be able to have that little snippet of content that solves the question for someone.
Yeah, and Matt, I've got 2 questions left for you. And the first
Sure.
one has to do with building a roadmap to success as a content creator and really optimizing your search engine optimization. So if I gave you, say, $1 million to create a commercial of the importance or the essentials of content marketing or content creation, how do you think you would structure the commercial, and what do you think would be your overall message or theme of the commercial as well?
So I would create a commercial that expressed the importance of content and how it relates to your audience. So it's most important that whatever you're going to do, you want to relate it to your audience. It's important that if your audience is, say, agency owners between the age of 20 and 30 that have $20,000 to invest in a business, that everything that you write in your content is reflective of that. That's the first direction that I would go with that commercial. I think when you go too broad, you end up bringing a lot of people into your funnel that are a bit of a distraction.
So it's important to find the sort of niche market.
Know who you want to sell to. Know exactly who you want to sell to, because if you know who that is, you're doing them a favor by selling to them. If you're outside of that, you're offending people. You're a salesperson, you're pushy, etc. But if you're talking to the exact person that needs what you want, that needs what you have, then you're doing them a favor.
Yeah, absolutely. And it makes it easier to create content, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Matt, my final question for you has to do with your own individual and personal legacy and how you want that to be defined, both individually and professionally as well.
I want to be remembered as somebody who always gave it their all. I want to be remembered as somebody who was a good family man, who took care of his wife and son. I want to be remembered as somebody who tried new things, who brought new things to the market, and just really put everything, heart and soul, into his businesses, and somebody that never, ever quit.
Yeah, absolutely. And Matt, finally, tell me, if people want to get connected with you and the great work that you do, what's the best way they can do that, my friend?
Of course. Yeah, they can go to AgencyHub.com and they can email me directly at matt@agencyhub.com.
Fantastic. Well, Matt, I really want to thank you for the work that you do to help people optimize content creation and search engine optimization. I want to thank you for engaging in conversation and for being here this morning. It's most appreciated.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on, Kevin.